Okay. Today I'm going to make a company in London, but I'm not gonna do that in London. I'm gonna do that in Hong Kong on an internet, on a laptop, through the internet, and using the mobile data of this phone. Nice. 1 second. Let's share this on Twitter, everywhere. Whew. So yeah, no, Steve, I'm not in London. I'm in Hong Kong. Like, look at it. No, you did not miss the live chat. I just started the live chat. Snarky, I just started the live chat. Snarky, I'm going to open a business today, and oh hey, jayoe 64. Hey, my live feed is not so live. What do you mean? Can you see me? Can you, if you can see this, okay? Can you reply? It's live. Hi, hi Lee. Hi, hi Gerald. Oh, okay, it's okay now. Okay, because my internet is on the mobile phone. It's like a data. It's not the fastest, you know. Hi, Dan. Thank you. Okay, so today it's going to be interesting. Today at the evening is going to be a big event in Hong Kong where a lot of people are coming to pitch their ideas. Let me just check. It's called. Okay. So here's the thing. If I go out of the live chat. I noticed that. Oh shit. Okay. Can you see it now? Okay. Here, hold on. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's back. So now, guys, I noticed that one thing. That's my inexperience. So if I go out of the live chat. If I go out of this in my app on my phone, then it's gone. So I need to use my my laptop. Let me just check. If I use my laptop, it's probably better. Okay, is it steady? Let's just wait like 1 minute and tell me if it is steady. Okay, thank you guys for coming back online. I was just saying, if you missed it, today at 19 o'clock in the evening, Hong Kong time, will be another live stream of me going to Genesis blog and taking live footage of cryptocurrencies event. There is one, a quite big one here tonight, and I will be there to take the live stream. You can write down the questions until then. It's a couple of hours time, and you could post the questions as a comment. And I will be asking the experts and those people, the CTOs of the companies, exactly what you want to listen to. Thank you, Dan. Okay, right. So let's get into it. So I want to form a company in London, and the company entity is going to be registered in London under English law. But I can do this over the internet, on my phone, and on this laptop in Hong Kong. Right, in Hong Kong, I can form a company in London. The first step is the London, the law of England changed a little bit, so it's a bit harder now. You need to have a registered office address. It has to be an address within England. If you are to register it in England, obviously. So you can't be outside England, and you have to provide your proof of ID, which is fine, which I have. So the first thing is I need to register, I need to buy an office address because I don't have a physical address in London. I'm not renting anything there. So here's the thing. I'm just going to online, going to this website called hoxtonmix.com. Hoxton, like the district Hoxton, and mix like mixture. Hoxtonmix.com. And I will be buying this service where I get a registered office address. Now, so I just buy it for £15, which is about $18. With taxation, it's about $20. I have no discount code, so I'm going to buy that with my credit card. So please don't watch my credit card. Let me make money first, and then you can take it away from me. Company name. So okay, here's the thing. Company name. I need to. It's like iterative process. I need to be able to find a company name that has not been taken in England by anyone else, and it cannot be very similar to any other company. So let's go to the companieshouse website, which is the registry for registering the company in England. So companieshouse. Companieshouse is a public organization. Okay, any advantage? Did you explain why you are forming the company in the UK? Yes. So the explanation. So the reason why I want to form it in the UK is because the law of the UK is still very, very good towards small companies. You can form the company very quickly. You can shut it down very quickly. The processes are very, very streamlined. It's they're on Amazon Cloud. So the entire thing is on Amazon Cloud. It's very, very quick. And the laws and statutes of the UK, despite Brexit, I believe is still strong for forming new businesses. And the taxation is getting less and less. It's getting, so Osborne said 2 years ago in the tax office, when he was the chancellor of the exchequer, he said it's going to go down from 20% to 18% corporation tax. Which is pretty much the same as Hong Kong now. Hong Kong has 15%. So in terms of taxation, in terms of speed, in terms of international recognition, if you say you have a London business, then it is recognized, right? So people would say, oh, this guy has a business in London, so he must be at least, at least someone. I'm a small company accountant in UK, John. Oh, hey, Mora. I really need an accountant, man. I really need an accountant, but the problem is that I heard that accountants in the UK can only accept me as a client if I had a residential address in the UK, but I don't have it. The only thing I can provide is a residential address in Austria and an address of my virtual office in UK. So I'm not so sure more if that is okay. If yes, I consider it. Shoot me over an email. Okay, my email. Can I type this one in? My email. How do I share my email to you guys? The best. How do I share my email to you? Let me see if I can comment on my YouTube video myself. Write it. Okay, I write it into my chat. I'm going to go on my chat myself. This is so weird. Going to my chat on my laptop, on my live. Okay, so let's have a look. What? I can't seem to find it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna stop this. Say something. Just typing right now. Okay, this is my email address. We want to cut with this. Okay, here's the thing. I'm looking for co-founders, literally, but it's very hard to find a co-founder who is dedicated and who spends the time. Some people. I had co-founders before who were like, talking, and just don't do anything, And if they do things, they just never get it done. So I really need somebody who is able to do that, but it's very hard to find. Hey Lee, yeah, shoot me over an email, add me on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook under John Wu, and if you can't find me because there are too many John Wus, then I try, okay, I'm gonna open my Facebook searchability, so you can find me using my email address. I'm going to change that now. Give me my privacy for all of you guys. Okay, so John Wu allow, they want all of email addresses. I don't understand that. I have an overseas client, spell it right, okay. sometimes I'm gonna miss the comments. Sometimes, you know, I can't read everything there sometimes, but I try my best. Have I answered your question, Steve, about why I want to do it in London? Okay, so I think this is quite steady, right? John, Gmail. Okay. Okay, so let's see. How do I? Okay, I'm on Facebook. I go to settings, and I might make myself searchable using the email address that I provided. So you can add me on Facebook so that we can, you know, contact searchable. This is gonna be a bit boring now. I don't know where it is. Whew, privacy maybe, huh? Who can see your future post? Public. Holy shit! It just changed to public. Everyone can see my post. I have to be very careful. Okay, so review all your posts before, limit the audience. Who can send you friend request? Everyone. Who can see your friend list? Only me. Who can look you up using the email address? Friends. Okay, I'm gonna change that to public. So everyone can use my xiangyu.wu.10@gmail.com address to find me on Facebook and add me if you want. I don't mind that. Yes, it works again. So it seems that for all the YouTubers out there, if you ever to do a live stream, if you do that on your phone, do not switch app. If you switch app, you get cut off. Okay. Yeah. Dox yourself. What does it mean? Doc yourself. Sometimes my English is not perfect, you know. Okay. Search for publish identify information. Oh yes. I'm gonna change the settings to later on, but right now it's like this. I'm gonna share this video a little bit more on. So I shared it on Twitter. I shared it on Twitter. So on Facebook maybe as well. I go right back into the formation of the company. Don't worry about it. It will be done today. Let me see. I last share blah blah blah. Line. I don't think Line is a good thing. If I do it on WeChat, nobody's gonna be able to see it because most of them are Chinese and they're in China. But I want anyway. I tried. Okay. If you really want to help me, then share that with relevant people, with people who are actually genuinely interested in this. But that's all. Okay. I will send you an email. So get you. Yeah. Sure. Okay, great. So it works, then it works. Okay, here, so let's go right into it. So it says, I need a name of the company, so I have to do iteration. So now I can't buy it without a name. I go to the company's house, and I find on company's house the service of starting a company. It's this website. So it's if you search on Google, it's the most reliable way actually, because sometimes they change the link. If you search on Google, starting a company in London, you will always get into the correct space. It looks like this. It looks they have a symbol of the crown because this actually belongs to the crown. The entire thing, you know, it's kind of under the name of the king and the queen. So if I go there, I say I set up a new private limited company. Now, here you have the choice between private limited company, between a private what's it called, limited liability partnership, and then you have sole trader, and then you have a lot of other forms of companies. But I choose private limited company because of one reason. If I make a slight mistake, which is not completely illegal, as in it's not something that is criminal, it's rather something on a gray area, and you know, people like clients, it's like my mistake because of my human being, you know, and clients are dissatisfied, they are hard to deal with, and they actually sue you, and they actually win, then I do not want them to touch my private money. Which means that if I have a limited company, my liability towards them, towards the people who wants to sue me and actually win, is limited to the amount that I invest today into my business, which is £1. So I will invest £1 into the business, and if I go bankrupt, people sue me, etc., I only have to pay £1 to the suitor, which means that I'm protected in terms of my private assets, which also means that I have more incentive to actually do this business. Because if I go into it and the risks are very high. Oh, the email is, I wrote it into the chat. I write it again. I think I have to tag you. This way is maybe better. Yeah, I tagged you, Mora, and I gave it to you. Right. Okay, so as I explained before, right now that's the reason why I want to go for the private limited company, and also it is kind of prestigious, you know. It's more prestigious than sole trader, because sole trader is somebody who is alone. You can't really split the shares with other people. You can, but it's very, very delicate. But with yeah, so the kind of business I want to do specifically is I want to focus YouTubing and taking shots and live videos of the best and, you know, the most relevant events of blockchain and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency at the same time while I am traveling. So I will have a series that is still continuing bikeitjohn, and then I have another series that where I'm actually getting paid by customers, by clients who actually want to advertise their company towards their investors on my channel. And they will be willing to pay, or at least pay for my expense to travel with them, to be their live video kind of journalist, you know. I just discovered that people last time, they really wanted, they were queuing up to be in my live video. I was like, oh my god, there is a huge demand there. I didn't know about it. It's like a secret, you know. So I didn't expect it. I thought I'll go in there like everybody thinks I'm stupid, you know. I'm like taking like, oh yeah, look at me, and they're like, they really want to be in my video. I was like, okay, wow, okay, so I should start charging for this. And believe it or not, I'm talking to this CTO that I met last time. As I say, Adnan. I hope Adnan is here. Actually, I'm gonna invite Adnan into this live chat. Adnan, most likely he doesn't have time. He's very for watching this, man. Man, what? I think I'm out there. Am I online again? Let me see. Yeah, so if I see myself on a live chat, it's going to be lagging behind 5 seconds. It is so weird. Like I look at myself like, it's like, it's fucked up. It's so weird. Okay, let's see. Right, so I will only share that on my laptop now, because I need to get rid of the habit of sharing this. Okay, so let's get right into it. So set up a new private limited company. They will tell you how to do that. Yeah, it is. I don't know why, but this YouTube doesn't really register it. It shuts down as soon as I leave the app. Thank you very much, O'Brien. I will reply to you. And I do need an accountant, actually. Especially I need a bookkeeper. I need a bookkeeper who is going to take all the receipt, because I don't want the time to be spent on taking the receipt. And okay, so set up a new company. The first thing you need to do is to find a company name. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the company's registrar, and I'm going to check the company house registration database. It is the database of all the names of every single company listed in the UK. That way I can find out if my name is already taken. I'm going to name it Macabush International. Macabush International. So the reason why I named it that way is because it's an acronym. Well, it's a combination of acronym of the most important things and activities and persons in my life. So that's why I did this. It's like a made-up word. So Macabush International Limited is gonna be called. So I'm gonna check for that. I'm gonna check for all of the companies and the officers and the disqualifications, which you can find here if you see this. I think I probably have to make it like brighter, but basically this shows that this name is not taken at all. So I have Macabush International. There's a lot of international companies here that are named international, but there's no Macabush, so I can use that name. Really? No, wait a second. But there are, O'Brien, there are a lot of companies that has Bank of America International, Bradford International, Brady International, Crown International, Dorchester International. You will find that international will not be accepted. But how come? Like, how come that other people have international in their name, but I don't? Do I? Can I write Macabush UK, or you know, if I send that to you on the chat, you have to be a big company to use that word, so they will reject me if they see that my shares are not valued more than $1 million or something like that. Is that correct? Fuck. But I want this international I mean, right. What should I do? If I get straight rejection, then it's not good, you know. I just wasted 15 pounds. But it's not a big deal. I just want to set it up today. I will get a business card today. I will set it up today so I can build today with my company. You are breaking up badly. Okay. Oh man. Can you see me now? I'm so sorry. I can't do anything about it. It's just my internet speed is not that good. Oh man, I should have done it like downstairs maybe. Going to the Genesis Block co-working space. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So I forget about it. So I forget about international. I don't want any problems. I'm gonna do Macabush Limited. So if I ever become bigger, I can always add it. That is kind of weird though. I thought, you know, I thought it's possible. Okay, perfect. It's gonna be called Macabush Limited. Holy shit. Yeah. Okay, so let's do Macabush Limited. Going to buy this one first. Sometimes, a lot of times, when you do business, there is a chicken and egg problem. Which means, by that I mean, for example, here right now, I can't buy an office address without the name of my business, but I can't open a business without an office address. So what the heck are you gonna do? You know, you have to sort of not lie, but you have to sort of like be sneaky and just pretend you have it already. You have a business that is called Macabush Limited, and I'm not so sure. O'Brien, what do you think? Is it better to have LTD or Limited or Lim? You know, like they're free. Get the name first. Okay, get the name first. Okay, get the name first. So let's do that first. Shit. How do I? Blah blah blah. So. Oh, okay. Take this conversation offline. Okay. Fuck. Yeah, because somebody can just take it right now. They are fast, you know. Let's do it. How do I? There's a link on it. I'm gonna register my company here. Yeah, here's the thing, Pat. I love the pain, you know? I love this pain. This is the pain I choose. It's not the pain that my boss is giving me, you know? It's not that my boss comes here, hey, do this fucked up shit. I don't want to do this shit, you do it. And I'm like, no, you know, it's not that. This pain, I chose myself, you know? That's why I love it. And I think it's good. I know, Brian, I should take this offline, but I'm just gonna be fast and careful. I just want to share this with you guys because a lot of people think that it's not easy to make a company. Yeah, can be a rush. It is a rush, man. Oh yeah, see, here's the thing. I have this company called Hoxtonmix. I already talked to them, and it is a very nice. I'm not paid by them to do this advertisement. I'm actually using them now. It's called Hoxtonmix, and they have a virtual office. Yeah, I know, O'Brien, but there's a way to say either limited at the end, like this, or limited, like this, or another form. I'm just not sure. Like, is there any difference in terms of reputation, or in terms of you know, like people? I don't know. Maybe some people view LTD like what the hell is LTD? But if they see limited, oh, okay, limited. It means limited. I don't know. What's your opinion on that? Because this is gonna, you know, this is gonna be my name for some time. I know I can change it later on with a form that I can submit online, but it still takes some time, you know. I just want to get it right at the first instant. Okay, everything you need, register now. It costs £12, and you can pay by credit card or PayPal. You can pay by PayPal. In 2 years' time, it's gonna be you can pay with Bitcoin, you know, and your company is usually registered within 24 hours. Okay. Okay, so I think I just stick to limited, like LTD then. Thank you for the advice. Okay, so I'm gonna sign into my email. I hope I still have it. I formed already a couple of companies before. I closed a couple of companies. It's actually quite a nice experience, you know. To know every single step about the life cycle of a company is very important. Return to home. No, don't return home. Enter your email address. You know, sometimes I just think it's after midnight here, so yeah. Thank you, O'Brien. I will tell you about my progress. Thank you for being with me here, and thank you for your time. Thank you. Let's see. Continue. Okay, I have to reset my password because I haven't used that service for a long time, and the password is kind of different now. I just hope it will come over like very quickly. I just received the letter. If my girlfriend is here, I can't see you, but you know, if you're here, I just received your email. Thank you. Lee Davis. Okay, I just got that. Okay. A lot of guys like to know what your business entails and how I can help you. So if Lee, if you are still here, the basic idea is to take live stream. So basic idea is to take the best of the events of Bitcoin and blockchain and all the kind of important coins, take it into the space of YouTube live stream. Because I noticed there are not many people doing that live stream. I'm the only guy there, you know. So I think this is like kind of cool. Okay, so let me see. I still didn't get the. I just got the email from Companies House. I can reset my password now. Yeah, Brian. Brian, I know that, but the thing is that it's. I want to know the reputational thing, like how other people view the name, if it is limited or LTD. Is there a difference in terms of like marketing, you know, in terms of marketing purposes? But I don't think there is a big difference. But maybe there is a big difference, you know, because there is a big difference. There is a big difference for Apple. You know, Apple used to be called Apple Computers. Apple Computers is the long name, and people don't care. But once they change it to Apple Inc., it's a completely different game. And maybe you know it already, but Apple, the name Apple as a trademark is actually owned by Beatles. You know, it's owned by the company that owns Beatles, the brand. And I think it's EMC. So EMC owns that label, owns that trademark on the word Apple. And Steve Jobs has to personally go to the Beatles and ask for permission to use Apple, you know. He asked. So Apple never owned their own brand. They actually licensed it for a long time from the Beatles. I'm not so sure if they already bought it, but I don't think they bought it. You know, it's just too huge. It has an invalid value. Sometimes you get these passwords, and you type in the password. It says, oh, "It's invalid value. You can't do it. You know, you can't do it because it has a minus in it, and it can't be minus. It has to be a 16 digits, between 16 digits and 20 digits. It has to be bloom 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 bloom. Oh my god, I hate this. So what should I do now? Okay, I just changed the password. I'm not gonna tell you the password. Don't worry. Let me see. I'm gonna do that here. Companies house web filing online. Password is going to be this. Okay, okie dokie. Okay, so I'm gonna right now go inside into my web space of Companies House. Everything that you can or should control or want to control your company in London, you can do it online. You can change your business address online. You can change your name of the business online. You can issue shares online. You can have a trading name different from the. Yes, okay, yeah, you're right. Brian, you're right. I'm going to change it. Like, I'm going to have different trading names for different purposes, but it's going to be the same company. I'm not going to buy like 10 companies for 10 projects. It's going to be one project, one company for 10 projects, not the other way around. I'm entering the proposed name. So basically, you get into this website, and you have steps. You have to type in the proposed name. But don't you need an address in the UK for the company? Yes, that's where I solved the problem yesterday. It is a big problem, actually, because it's a chicken and egg problem. So right now I don't have a physical address in London, right? But I have a physical address in Austria, which means that I can, and because UK is still in the EU, okay, it's not fully Brexit. It still accepts my address in Austria, but I need to have a proof of address, which is a bank account, which is a bank statement, and a bank statement has to be posted but I convinced the guy, the virtual office guy, that this is the original electronic copy. You know, it's the original thing of the electronic version of the post thing. So she accepted it, fortunately. So I have a proof of address. It's very hard to get proof of address. It sounds easy, but it's very, very hard. If it is a different language, you have to translate it. If it is a different country, you have to notarize it. It costs a fortune, and it costs a lot of time. So I got that one done. I can now have a virtual office with an address in central London, on Old Street, around Old Street area, which is the Shoreditch area, which is the Silicon Valley of London. So I have that address. Using that address, I can make a company. Is that clear? Is that clear, Angel? Yeah. So it doesn't have to be a residential address in the UK. It can be a commercial address. It can even be a post box, a PO. Let's see. Propose name. I'm gonna type it in. Okay, one of you can be such an asshole and just use my name. You know, it costs about $12 to £15, and you can really annoy me. really annoy me. Michael Bush, select a name ending limited. England and Wales. Okay, you can have your registered office. You can register your company in the UK either in the region of England and Wales, in the region of Northern Ireland, in the region of Scotland, or in the region of Wales. Now, why is it so relevant? Because sometimes the government subsidies are located in certain areas. If I do this company in Scotland, I will get more funding from the government. But I don't want that, because I will become a zombie. Because I will not have the right incentive. My right incentive is to form values to my clients, that they pay me on their terms, that they pay me because they want to pay me, you know? If I get government funding, my incentive is to make my business plan look very nice, you know, make my marketing very nice, spend a lot of time and a lot of marketing, but not creating a single bit of value or a little bit of value, and I can still get money. So it's a very bad incentive to go after government funding. Don't go after government funding until you already have value delivered to the client and you already get paid enough. And then you can use the government funding to even make it better. That is okay. But at the start, I don't think it's a good idea. And to have access to England is way better to have access only to Scotland. And I have no idea about Scotland, so I don't touch it. So building name. Okay, so let's see. This virtual office is like 86 to 90 Paul Street. Okay, let me just double check this on Google Maps. So now I'm entering the name of my virtual address into the business to use it as a business address. Interesting. Okay. If there is any question, just ask. And if I didn't see it, then just ask again and again and again. And sometimes don't worry to spam me. You know, I spam people. I'm okay. Just don't worry to spam. It's okay. Hoxtonmix. Okay. So the Hoxtonmix is the name of the building. The Hoxtonmix, and the postcode EC. Okay, so just a side note, the postcode system in the UK is very ingenious, because essentially using about up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 7 letters and alphanumeric letters, you can specify the exact location of any building. It's crazy, man. I don't know how they did it, but the system is ingenious, and you don't need a street address anymore. You don't have to say 21 Hoxton Street. You know, you don't say that anymore. You can only use the postcode and it's fine. But people still use the normal street system because it's just convenient for us to remember as humans. Funny fact, I'm from Uruguay and I'm Austrian too. My dad was born in Vienna. Hey, high five to the Austrians, you know. I've got an Austrian passport because my parents became Austrians when they were doing business in Austria. So they went from China to Austria because there were better opportunities back then. But right now it's different. Right now it's okay. So my parents worked their ass off to get out of China to go to Austria, to Europe, right? I'm working my ass off to come back to Asia. I'm working my ass off to come to Hong Kong, which is China. It is fucked up. How is that possible? You know, within 20 years changed, and I'm telling you guys, it's not a lie. Especially if you are Asian, if you live in Europe or America, if you haven't traveled to Hong Kong or you haven't traveled to Japan, you really should, because I'm telling you, it's better here for business. It's better here for economy. You get a better job. You are treated like a local because you look local. You know, as soon as you don't open your mouth, you look like a local. There's no funny, you know, eye contact or anything. Yeah, man, it's a lot of funny stuff, man. If I go outside and I say I'm Austrian, people will be like, huh? You don't look Austrian. You're like, you're just fucking around with me, you know? No, every time I have to show my Austrian passport. So just to be sure, I'm showing to the public that I am Austrian. Okay. Don't ever doubt that I'm Austrian. I'm Austrian by citizenship, but I'm not Austrian by heart, because I'm not even Austrian by Chinese by heart. I think the concept of nationalism is way outdated, and it's something that creates wars. You know, we should just say I am a human being. Not even I'm John. You know, John is like a nice name, but I have other names too. You know. I think it's better to have a kind of a no self. But I don't know. I asked a monk, a Buddhist monk, what is no self? You know, the Buddhist concept of no self. And he said he's training for 10 years, and he said, I still don't know. You know, it's like, what the fuck. But I think my intake is that any concept of yourself, you being John, you being O'Brien, you being an Austrian, you being an American, you being an entrepreneur, is a misconception, and it leads to a lot of problems. So instead of saying I am, I just say I do this and I do that right now at this particular moment, and whoever I am, I don't care. You know, I'm gonna change in 2 seconds. I'm gonna be a different person. In fact, you know. So let me see. Okay, stop. Stop bullshitting now. So Marker Bush and Limited, England. Okay, so I chose England and Wales. I put in the registered office address, I put in the postcode, and now I only have to find out the number 86 to 90 Pole Street. 86 to 90 Pole Street. Why is it? EC2A4NE. EC2A4NE. London. UK. Okay, so the first step is done. I'm just double checking the company name in case any one of you already took it. Okay, it's still there. Get rid of my... Okay, so next. Okay, one step done. It's like Mario Kart. Okay, I can help you with name in Spanish. Do you have a... one second. Do you have already a name for the company? Yes, I have. Jayoe, yeah, man. We're all citizens of Jayoe Nation. Yeah, we require a physical address. I have to pay for one. Yeah, Pat, I have to pay for one too. It's about £15. No, it's £18 with taxation. £18 a month. £18 a month. I don't look as so you can see where you get your virtual. Okay, where did I get it, Chris? I'm gonna answer you that question right here. Chris, right? Okay, Chris. I give you the link. The link is here. I'm just sending that now. Okay, did you get the link? So it's called hoxtonmix, and you can purchase it. It's literally just £18. It says £15, but plus VAT. Yes, I have a name. It's Makabush. I can help you with. Okay, and you know, we should really convince. We should collectively bombard in the live stream, next live stream of Matt. We should bombard him with the request to make a passport for the Jayoe Nation. You know, we need to make this real. Like, so my proposal is like this: every member of the Jayoe Nation gets a Jayoe passport. Every member who has a Jayoe passport and citizenship will have benefits such as subsidized traveling, with Matt or with me or with any other Jayoe guy with you know. So you travel together, you go to a boot camp, and say in Hong Kong, and we just book the entire hotel, and we'll be like traveling Hong Kong together. You know, it's like a traveling, like an internet nation. Imagine this internet nation with its own infrastructure, its own system, its own financial industry, its own military. You know, we can hire mercenaries. If Americans, if Trump's gonna fuck us up, we have more mercenaries, but it's kind of a dangerous game. Yeah, man. Gerald, we have to bombard this guy. Pat, why can't you do that now? You have a wife, you have kids. Yeah, man. I think Matt is an awesome guy. Okay, so I answered everything there. I have to work. Oh yeah. Oh, here, Pat. If you see today's live stream, I don't think, and you decide to come here and join the movement of blockchain, I don't think you will ever have to work ever again. But anyway, okay. So I have a wife and one daughter. Yeah, it's tough if you have a wife and daughter. But if you have a job, it doesn't mean that, you know, if you have nothing but your job, I think you can still do it. You know, I quit my job. You know, I quit my job. I was paid about let's see how much. Pre-tax 3,600 euro a month. Austria's tax is fucked up. I had to pay 40% tax because I was in the bracket of high paid people. So I only got, I think I only got like 2,000 something. Oh yeah, Matt is here, man. You're gonna be fucking kidding me. Wow, what the fuck? Matt is here, man. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Hey, man. Okay, so here's the thing. Howdy. Yeah, man. Okay, as I said, Matt, we want to bombard you, and we want to say you have to give us a passport. If you don't give us a passport, we're gonna protest and we're gonna boycott your YouTube channel, and we're going to unsubscribe collectively until you give us the passport. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm starting a riot right there. You have to get it done. Not cool. No, I didn't mean it, man. You know it. I was just kidding you. But it would be cool, you know, like it's just literally a business card, man. Like just order some business card and let us pay, you know, the full price. You know, everyone pays like £1 and donate it to you, and you just you send the postcard to some people. You know, some people who wants to have it. So you would contact them, or they will contact you and give their physical address, and you just literally just make a big business card and send it over. And it's like Jayoe Nation member number 1, number 2, number whatever. Hi Bog. I have business cards. You have one. What do you mean you have business? What I mean is you send the business card, and the business card is like a passport. So instead of the business card, you write John Woo, member of Jayoe Nation, citizen of Jayoe Nation, something like that. You know. But anyway, I'm talking too much. Okay, let's get back to the business, because they will lock me out. What? The company name field should only contain the name and not the ending. Okay, this is the stupid part of it, right? So I just said Maka push, okay. And I did not put an ending, and the warning field pops up and said, you should not include an ending, but I did not include an ending. What? Okay, so I thought the first step I already have done it. Anyway, what's the Mario thing? Da 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 da. Okay, I have it. I'm through. So select a group heading. So and then you have to choose a SIC code, which is nothing else, but a very simple categorization of your business. So in this case, I want to. Okay, here's the thing. For everyone who read Rich Dad Poor Dad by Kubayashi, I think his name. I forgot his name. Rich Dad Poor Dad. What's his name? Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So Robert Kiyosaki wrote this thing, and what? Great idea, but first I need to set up a business company in the UK. Can you get me a physical address? Yes, Matt, I can give you a physical address because I know how to do it. Yesterday I spent 10 hours to get this done, man. But it's done. It's done. So I posted already multiple times, but I posted again. Jayoe Nation, Matt. How do I tag you, man? What's your tag? Matt, what is your tag? I can't tag you. Ah, I got it. It's the Jayoe Nation. You have to include the. Okay. But the Jayoe Nation, you have the T as lowercase. You have to put it uppercase, man. Like if I was you, Matt, I would get crazy. You know, I am a perfectionist, so I don't know. Anyway, Matt, I just sent you a link to this virtual office, and if you tell them that you know me, John Woo, they will actually know me because I bothered them like a lot of times, but in a good way. I sang on the guitar, you know, to them, so they are nice. And I complained to them while I was singing on the guitar. So instead of them getting pissed off, they actually like laughed, which is nice. And they got the things done. And yeah, man, yeah, I know, right? It's fucked up. You messed up his bedroom. How do you mess up his bedroom? Just don't tell. No, man, it's fine. Let's join the Jayoe Nation first. You know, so the other day, my friend just told me, Tony, if you see that, Tony, hey, wie läuft's bei dir, Mann? Eistee, Wassermelone Eistee. Ah, Wassermelone Eistee, was für ein Name. Hallo, grüße Gott. So he just said, Tony just said, you know, you should start your own religion, huh? I was like, fuck, holy shit, man. Should I do that, you know? My own religion? Okay, I don't know, man. I was being sarcastic. Okay. Matt, you got me always. I never know when you are making jokes. Just know you have been succeeding on this everything. Yeah, man. You know how much time I spent on this, man? It's fucked up. I was, oh my god, I shouted like a pig. It's fucked up, man. Hey, dude, why can't you accept this proof of address? Because there's no letterhead on it. Hey, but look, there's the name at the bottom of this page. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't really realize there was a name on there, but I still need the letterhead with the logo. Otherwise I can't do it, it's just our rules and regulations. I say, no man, it's not your rule and regulation, because your freaking competitor just said it's okay. Yeah, but it's them, it's not us. Okay, bye, I will never talk to you again, I will go to your competitor and never pay you again, boom. Like what? Your competitor just said it's okay. You know? Oh my god. Anyway, fuck this. Let's go. Okay, so what is the okay, so let me see. Blah blah blah. Okay, because I am doing this business as an extension of myself. So Rich Dad and Poor Dad, you can see, so you want to make yourself as poor as possible. You want to make your private self as poor as possible, as in zero, you know? You own nothing. And everything that you own right now, you transfer it to the business, not as shares, because if you transfer it initially as shares, you're gonna be limited to the shares. So if you transfer, say, £10,000 to your business initially, and your owner's capital, which is your shares value, at the start it's £10,000, then when you fuck up, you have to pay £10,000, up to £10,000. But if you say you have an owner's capital of £1, you only have to, if you fuck up, you only have to pay £1 maximally. In certain cases, you still have to pay out of your own pocket if you did criminal stuff. But if you just did something, you know, like you didn't deliver well enough to your customers, and your customer is pissed, and your customer actually wins against you in the court, and you have to pay, say, $1 million, you only have to pay £1. And yes, you have to sell every asset of your company, but apart from the company, your own asset is protected. So at least you don't get debts. You know what I mean? Like you don't have personal debt in this case. So okay, so what did I say? Rich Dad and Poor Dad. So you want to make yourself as poor as possible, and you want to, because why? Because the government can take from you. Your wife can, I'm sorry, but your wife can take from you. Your children can take it from you if they are assholes. Everyone can take it from you, but not everyone can take from your business, because your business is protected by law. And if the law of the country is very rigid, like UK, it's not rigid, I mean like very robust, very nice, you know, then you are well protected. Your asset is well protected because you still own 100% of the business, which means you still have 100% of control over your business. Which means that essentially you control all of the funds, right? So in this case, your asset cannot be touched in a way, because your owner's capital is only £1. However, you put all your money in as a director's loan. You loan the company the money, but you still own the money. However, you don't own it as your personal asset anymore. You literally gave it to the company. So if you fuck up and people want to take out of your own pocket, you can say, hey, sorry, I don't have money. I'm literally broke. But you have a business, right? You have a business that you own. Yes, I have a business that I own, but you know what? It's the business. You can't take it from the business. You can only take it from me, but I have nothing. But I still own the business, and I still can use every single penny of the business at will. You know, so this is a very, very nice concept. It's literally a paper that allows you to be way more powerful than you were before, you know? So it costs only £15. £15, man. And also, let's see. So I'm gonna do a SIG code, activity of extraterritorial organizations and bodies. That's clearly not my SIG code. They have so many SIG codes, man. It stands for, what does it stand for? I don't know. It's like a table of codes, that a categorization of your company. So let's go to the description of it. Okay, find your trade description or nature of business. Okay, let's find our trade description. So there is a way to find it. There is like a elastic search on resources.companieshouse.gov.uk/SIG, which I will post it in here. Sorry, now will be the Chinese, Austrian, English Empire. Yeah, right. The Austrian Chinese Empire. Holy shit. But I think they, you know, I actually met a Habsburg child of the Habsburg family. He was stupid, man. I'm sorry to say that, but dude, they intermarried so many times that this guy had this like lip that would just fall down, and I think he jumped out of the window just for fun. And his dad has to ship him to a private school in Ireland, just to have a better reputation, you know. It's fucked up. Anyway, so resources, you click on that and you will be able to find out your nature of business. I'm gonna do like miscellaneous, I think it's called miscellaneous. What is it called? Uncategorized, because it's gonna be undifferentiated, you know. It can be anything. Undifferentiated service producing activities of private households for own use. No. Activities of household as employers. Households. I don't know, man. Like, it just doesn't sound right. Man, YouTubing. Yeah, YouTube. Okay, do they have YouTube? No, they don't have YouTube. Do they have journalism? Information communication. Publishing of learned journals. Publishing of consumer business journals. It is such a waste of time, I'm telling you. It doesn't matter, you know? It really doesn't matter what you are doing, because my business is going to change from one day to the other, but they still want to categorize it. Stupid, man. Really stupid. Journalism. No, it's not journalism. Help me here. I don't know. It's not software. It's video, maybe. Video producing activities. Motion pictures, video and television program. Video distribution activities. Video production activities. Here we go. 59112. 59112. 59 video. Okay, motion picture, video production activities. Motion picture, video production activities. Motion picture, video and television post-production. Video distribution, motion picture distribution, television program distribution, motion picture projection activities, sound and recording. Fuck this. Let's just do video production activities. 59112 is the SIG code. SIC. It stands for such an idiotic code. It's really idiotic. Okay, I can add a new code. Hey! Okay, let's do this. Let's do a service. Other information service, activities of financial services holding company, media representation services, service, blah blah blah, landscape, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. No man, it's none of these. Okay, so guys, it's gonna be a very boring 1 minute. I just go through every single thing here very quickly. And I think I saw it last time. I know what I want to go for.
I saw it last time. Agriculture is definitely not it. I don't think it's agriculture. Let's see. Still 19 people in it.
Hey, thank you for watching this, man.
I thought this is like boring, but you know, sometimes if you register business, sometimes it's very boring because you have to go through paperwork, which is kind of mining and quarrying. It's not mining. Manufacturing is not manufacturing. I can skip all of that. Manufacturer is actually not a business that you want to go into nowadays as a young guy. It's too costly. There are too many competitions, and just forget about it. Electricity, gas, steam, and air conditioning supply, water supply, sewage, construction, wholesale. No. I'm already more than half down. So transportation, storage, no. Accommodation, food services, activities, information, communication. Okay, book publishing is not. Publishing of directory.
Should I write a book at the end of the travel? I mean, you know,
I don't know. Some people said I should write a book. Publishing directories, mailing lists, publishing of newspapers, learn journals, business journals, publishing activities, publishing of computer games.
You know, maybe we should start this academic journal about traveling. So if like seasoned travelers write academic papers on how to travel and what traveling is about and why traveling is so healthy for us. And my theory is that traveling puts us back into perfect liberty. It puts us back into the state of nature that humans used to have before settling down, you know, before the Egypts decided to, oh, let's settle down and make some crops. Everything just fucked up after that.
So motion pictures, video production, okay, that's what I had already. Wireless domestic computer facilities management. No. Financial insurance activities. No, clearly not.
It has a SIC code for central bank. If you are a central bank, you can go for 64110 and you are a central banking service. Let me just get it straight. Central bank is the bank of a country that issues the currency of the country. There is only one central bank. Why do you have a SIC code for central bank?
I don't understand that. But you know, like, I don't know.
How would you categorize yourself if you are about to make a new Bitcoin? Central bank?
Real estate activities, no. Professional, scientific, technical activities, no.
I'm so glad I'm not a lawyer.
So glad I'm not a lawyer.
You know, people say, like, my parents want, oh, you should be a lawyer. You should be an engineer. You should be a, well, what's the other one? A medical doctor. You know that cliche? Like Chinese cliche? It is so true.
Ah, fuck this, man.
I get so much more money than a doctor, you know, this way.
So, administrative, support, service, renting of cars. Okay, what? It's getting hot here, eh? Public administration, defense, compulsory social security, education. Education, no, it's clearly not education. Blah, 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 blah. Arts, entertainment. Support artistic creation.
Artistic creation. Yeah, because I'm gonna sell my produced videos. I'm gonna sell my produced soundtracks on SoundCloud, etc.
So that could be it. So this could be it. I'm gonna write it down in Evernote. Operation of arts, library activities, museums, botanical, gambling. No, never go into gambling. Okay, activities of business, employers, employees, activities of professional, trade union, religious organization. Let's start a religious organization, man. Let's start this, man. Let's do YouTubing religious stuff. Political organization.
Yeah, Matt can do this. Activities of political organization. I think, Matt, you can start a political party. and you can possibly vote the president of United States. Then I think, what do you think about this? Matt gets 1 million of subscribers and he goes for presidency. And he gets voted into presidency, man. Just imagine that, 1 million subscribers, man. 1 million sure votes, you know? So, let's see. Electronics, repair, blah, 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 washing, hairdresser, physical well-being, activities of household. Undifferentiated. What is activity of household as employers? Undifferentiated. I don't understand that. Extraterrestrial dormant company. What is a household company? Anyone knows? Anyone knows what that means? I show it to you. Yeah, I know. Kids, you should be a YouTuber. I'm telling you, man. There's this girl on Instagram. Oh my God. Tony, my friend, the banker friend, told me about it. She's about less than 10 years old. She's now a public figure, and she's got about something like ridiculous millions, you know, millions of followers. What's her name again? Katie, I think. Katie Iron. Oh yeah, no. It's 767,000 followers, and her name is Katie Ryan 430. I don't know why 430, but you know, who cares? 430. I put it on there. Yeah, man. Like I think his parents are literally they don't have to work anymore. They just make money out of this, man. Like she's so funny. She's so funny. She acts as an adult, as though she's an adult, but she's a child. It's crazy, man. Oh my God, I love this girl. I just watched it yesterday. I was like, you gotta be kidding, man. Like, I totally missed that, you know. When I was a child, I was cute, you know. I could have done this. Okay, let's do this. Ah, okay. Something happened. Something happened here. Okay, so 5.9 creative arts, 5.9 film production. Oh, this is the thing. It takes a long time to do this paperwork, even though it's kind of easy compared to other countries. You know, in Austria, if you do a company in Austria, it will take you about 1 month, and it will cost you about €1,000 or something. I mean, I got rejected. My name got rejected 3 times because the spelling was wrong. It's a fucking name of a company. Of course, the spelling is wrong. It's intentional. Video production activities. Submit. Oh, why is it not? What? Please correct the errors below before continuing. This trade description has already been selected. Okay. Has already been selected. So I would select what's the other one that I got? What's the other one? 900 creative arts. Okay. I'm gonna sell some of my soundtracks. Performing arts, artistic creation, operation of arts. Submit. Submit. Come on. Faster. Okay, I can add a new code, but I don't care. It's stupid. I think I can add the code later on. I think I do. I just feel like I need to do it now, you know. If you have a chance to do it now, just better do it now. Let's do something. Let's do household. What is household? Well, I mean, honestly, I think Austrians do understand. They have this called Wiener Schmäh. It's a form of degrading and humiliating others or your opponent so you basically would attack his self-esteem and try to lower his self-esteem, make him feel bad. And at the end of the day, you laugh. It's just a joke. It's so funny, you know. It's like, you look so shit. Like you have a small dick, or something like that. You know, like, oh, you're Asian, you have a small dick. And I heard that Asians don't have. They have like how do you call it? Their hairs down there is actually like you know, like I don't know, like how do you say that? They say like you don't have you Asians don't have hairs down there, man. Like you Asians have like a half-sized dick, you know. And then they say like that was just a joke. Yeah, man. No, it's not a joke, man. You're fucking racist. Fuck that shit, man. I don't buy that shit. That's called Wiener Schmäh, by the way. But anyway, so let's go there. Let's go to the. Oh man, this is really boring, man. This takes a long time. Software. Let's do software. Business and domestic software development. Ready-made interactive leisure entertainment software development. Wholesale, retail, other software publishing. Business and domestic. Okay, 62012. 620. Come on. 012. Business and domestic software development. I mean, just in case I want to sell some software, you know. Okay. Video production activities. Okay, I stop right there. Okay, let's go to the next one. So I have the categorization. I have my business name. I have my address of the business. 1 second. What? Trust me. My dad is from Austria and my mom is from Berlin. Oh, you're the most German, man. Like you. Congrats. Are you punctual? Gerardo, are you punctual? What is he doing? Luofu, I am opening my business in London. I'm opening my business, which is in London, but I'm opening the business in Hong Kong. It is kind of okay. In Uruguay, when somebody makes a bad joke, the people says it's a German joke because it is so ununderstandable. There's a humor in Germany, but it is either stupid or dark. No, German's humor is a bit different than the humor of Austria. Austria's humor is very, very similar to humor in Munich, in Bavaria. Bavaria is the south of Germany, which has a very similar culture to Austria, which I believe that Austria's culture is derived from Bavaria, honestly, I think. They have the same kind of tradition, they have the same kind of clothes and music, and it's quite fantastic, you know. But so honestly, I really don't like the black humor in the way that you hurt other people, you know. It's like in Austria, it's like this, especially in Vienna. If I become a friend of yours, I am allowed to insult you in such a way that you feel shit. And it's a good thing to do. It is a good thing that I insulted you and that I actually made you feel shit. And other people would value you as the A-mark, the alpha male of the group, or the alpha female of the group, if you can, and if you are able to, withstand other people's jokes about you, and you can do black jokes about other people. But dude, like, it's not nice, you know. It's not nice. Just please, it's just not how it should be, you know. Like, we should be nice to each other, you know. Finally, you know. Title, I don't have a title. I don't care about the title. I don't want to be a doctor. Full name, Xiang Yu. I have to use my Chinese name. You know. And country of residence. Country of residence is gonna be Austria, isn't it? They don't have Austria. What?
What? Ah, okay. Detail of country resident must respond with the residential address. Other enter below. Austria. Nationality, Austria. Date of birth. Business occupation.
Okay, here's the thing. He asked me the business occupation. I don't have a...
Okay, I'm just gonna say director.
So in London, if you open a business, if you're owner of the business, and wait a second. Okay, here's the thing. There are three things. You're owner, you're operational guy, like you own the operations, you own the business, and you are employed, right? So the ownership of the business doesn't imply that you're the owner of the management. So you can say you can 100% own the business, but not a single dime of your time is used to manage the business, because you can get a CEO and you pay the CEO some money and he will manage the business. He's got the say of everyday operations. He can hire people, you can't. He can fire people, you can't. Even though you own 100% of the business, you can't just do that. If you have absolute control, which means you own the business 100%, you are the CEO 100%, and you are the only person in the company, then you basically own everything. So you have the ownership of the management and you have the ownership of the business, which makes you absolute monarch in that business. But you can separate them, and I think it's a better way if you can separate them. But you need to have good people to manage the business, and the skills of an owner of a business is different from the skill of a CEO.
Austria, director.
So I am employed by my own business. I am an employee of my business, basically.
Yeah. Formal and full name. I just have to double check it, Okay, director's service address. This is the address that will appear on the public record. Where is the service address situated? The service address is the same as the company's registered office. Yes, I want that. The director's residential address, details provided will not appear on the public record. So your residence address, if you open a business, you can opt out of public record. So the residence address is the same as the service address, or the residential address is at the address supplied. Select to display address field. Details entered below will only be submitted if the option display address field is selected above. Do you have a disclosure exemption? Only complete this if it applies to you. Only tick this box if you are in the process of applying for or have been granted exemption from disclosing your residential address to credit reference agencies under Section 243 of the Companies Act 2006. What the hell is that? What the fuck is this? Well, individuals who are currently subject to or in the process of applying for disclosure exemption should indicate this by ticking the box. For an individual to be granted a disclosure exemption, a separate application must be made under Section 243. Dude, I just click on the help text. What? Ah, okay. A friend just texted me. I just clicked on the... This is so stupid. Okay, here. I hope you can read it. Let's see. It's reflective. Ah, God, it's reflective. Why is it so reflective? Anyway, so it says, do you have a disclosure exemption? I have no idea what that is. And I click on the help button, and the help text is exactly the same
as the text here that describes it. Like what the, why would you do a help text that is exactly the same, you know? No! Only tick this box. What is that? Okay, so the first button where you should use. By selecting this option, the office's residential address may be affected by changes made to the service address. Wait, okay, I have to understand this sentence. By selecting this option, the office's residential address, which is my address in Austria, may be affected by changes made to the service address. I don't understand that. You cannot select the same as option if the service address is already marked as the same as the company's registration office address. The service address contains a care-of component and the director is subject to a disclosure exemption. You cannot select to supply the residential address as full address. Select the second option to display the address field and details of the address field. The residential address cannot be a PO box. Oh God, I hate that. Never want to be a lawyer because of that. Never, ever. I'm just not gonna click on that box. I did not apply for this disclosure exemption, so I'm not gonna do that. Consent to act. A statement of consent to act is required in the place of a signature. The subscribers are me in this case. So I'm a subscriber of the shares of the company, which means that I own the company shares. Okay, submit. Next step. Something happened. They didn't allow me. Where is the exit situated? The residential address. Oh man, I have to do my residential address. Okay, Austria. Jesus. It takes so long. You know, the first time I made this company was in London, and I broke up with my ex-girlfriend, and she kicked me out of my room, the room that I paid. She kicked me out, and I was sleeping on a couch. It was the Steak Club in London, the Steak Club, and I was so pissed that I made a company. And after that, I made money, and after that, I never thought about her again. Maybe she's watching this right now and she's thinking, John, you're such an asshole. Yes, I know company tax is lower in Hong Kong and everything is cheaper in Hong Kong in terms of business. But it takes about $500 US to make a Hong Kong company. And it takes about 1 week to get it done. It takes about 1 day to get it done here. So it takes about £12 to get it done in London. So I think I will get the London one first, and possibly tomorrow. I still have to think about it. I decide today, but tomorrow is either I will open another Hong Kong branch or I will just stick to the UK one. Any reason to open a business in Great Britain? Yes, the reason is because I need a business in order to build my clients. If I don't do that, my visa doesn't allow me to make money. If I do that, I can make... Okay, here's the thing. I paid £200 to get this information, and you get it for free right now because I want to share this. It's general. It's a generic law. So far, so good, right? I'm not so sure about in 1 year, but right now it's like this. You can, as a citizen of a country where you can travel to many countries for free, without a visa, so you get a visa on the spot when you arrive. That's good. Usually you get a visitor visa. With visitor visa, you can't make business. But when you go to this country, you can stay about 30 days to 90 days, depending on your country and depending on the country that you travel to. So, for example, I go to Japan, I can stay there for 90 days or without a visa. The visa that I get is a stamp that says I'm a temporary visitor. Now, I can't make money in Japan, but I can gather a lot of customers, line them up, don't deliver, I just tell them I'm gonna deliver when I leave Japan, or I can actually deliver my goods, and they don't pay me until I leave Japan. The day I leave Japan, they can pay into my PayPal account and it's legal. Can you believe that? It's fucked up, isn't it? So if I bill with my company, I think it's also legal actually to get the money, even though you are working in front of the face. But it's a gray area, so I would suggest that you leave the country first and then you take the payment. So you can hop around country to country. You line up your customers and let them pay after you are gone, and it's legal, and you don't pay taxation on that. And if you travel internationally, you can and you buy stuff, you don't pay VAT. You know, if you use the stuff and you go to the airport, nobody checks it. If they check it, you just have to pay the taxation afterwards. But you pay the taxation afterwards, which means that you have a time value of money that is way better than if you pay the taxation straight ahead. So you see, it's nice to travel. I didn't know about it. Okay, so let's get this done, man. Other country below, Austria. I just have to disclose my whole thing. Whatever. Blah blah blah. Region, unlimited. Okay. Da 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 da. I think you can see a little bit better if you do this. Oh yes, so I got a proposal by a CTO of a company that creates a new coin in the Bitcoin space, in the blockchain space, and they want me to travel around with them and make live videos. So what I'm doing right now, I would feature them, and they can use the link to share with their investors around the world live. So they can share with their investors any event where they are, and the investors can follow them that way. They can follow them no matter where they are. And they have basically an independent, sovereign individual traveling around them as a journalist without any obligation. So I go around as their personal, private journalist. And I can make using this copy of the link, everyone can see it. Whoever, if he shares that link to the prospective investor, he can see immediately that guy. So that's the value. Immediate information about your prospective investment. So I think that's kind of a value, no? Okay, same as register. Occupation. Okay, I'm almost halfway through the process. I'm just very slow because I was talking to you guys. It's not your fault, it's my fault because I talk too much. But, you just have to bear with me. What did Yeah, the form just changed my occupation from director to Mr. So my occupation, it says Mr. But I clearly typed in director. Clearly did. Oh. Hey, you want to see something crazy? yeah, man. There's still I'm halfway through. You actually called 911, man. Dude, look at this, man. Fuck me. There's a platform there. You actually thought that I'm gonna kill myself just before I make some big bucks? No way, man. No way. Okay. Holy shit, it doesn't really register. Oh man, this form is so annoying. I have to concentrate. Okay guys, I have to concentrate. I have to concentrate. I have to stop talking. Ah, such a stupid form. You know, my first business was I developed a program that can automatically send out applications to 100 companies. And you don't have to do the stupid forms anymore. You know, it takes so much time to do the form. It's like literally copy pasting. It's a no-brainer. And people spend so much time. Like PwC asks you for all your grades from GCSE when you are 16 up to university last year, every single year. You know, it's crazy. So I developed a program that takes in all your grades automatically, and it spins out all your grades into the system. So you don't. It takes 1 minute to apply, because the program just applies for you. You know, like actually 1 second. Holy shit, man! I should have stuck to that idea. Okay, I'm gonna do add share capital. So you add share capital, and I'm gonna do the share capital is gonna be £1. £1, £1 for 100 shares. Let's do that. So here is your lesson 101 on company shares. There are different types of shares of the company. If it's a private limited company, which is the most common form of a company, then you have ordinary shares, preference shares, deferred ordinary shares, deferred shares, redeemable preference shares, A ordinary shares, B and C ordinary shares. Now, the most powerful share is ordinary share. It gives you the full right of a vote. It gives you the full right of ownership, and it gives you the full right of the profit. But preference share is better for investors, especially early investors, because preference shares you get if the company fucks up, you get after liquidation, you get first the sold out items. So say the company shuts down and everything is sold, there is 1 million left, and you owe preference shares. So there is one investor who has a preference share worth £10,000. Then you have to pay this £10,000 first to that guy, before everyone else, before even yourself. That's preference shares. That's why it's called preference shares, because it's preferred. It's preferred to pay first. But preference shares has the disadvantage that it doesn't have a vote. It doesn't have the vote in the companies. You can't vote as much with the power as an ordinary share. So essentially, you have not the power of control, but you have the power as a debt collector. So I'm gonna choose ordinary shares, because you must have ordinary shares at the start. It's illegal not to have one. It's not illegal, but it's like stupid. Why wouldn't you? You know, it's just how it is. So and you can create any types of shares as a contract. Shares is nothing else but an idea, and it's like a contract between you and the company. It just means that you have a certain type of specific entitlement towards the company, either entitlement for profit, or entitlement for vote, or entitlement for control, or all of them, which is ordinary share, or some of them, which you can define arbitrarily, almost arbitrarily, within the law. So it's nice. So you can create your own share structure. Very flexible. Number of shares, I would say 100. That's what I did before. And if I do it too much, well, actually, if I do 100, if I do £1, yeah, let's see, 100. I mean, this number of shares multiplied by the value of each share. So the aggregate number is going to be £1. That's the number of the aggregate share number I would like to have. So there's going to be 100 shares, each of which worth 0.01 pounds, altogether worth £1 sterling. Prescribed particulars is nothing else but the description of the share's entitlement. So it says each share has full rights in the company with respect to voting, dividends, and distribution. Voting, dividends, and distribution. Distribution is the power of control of the money that is made, and dividend is a form of payout of profit. And voting is the vote towards what's going to happen in the company. So this is the prescribed particulars of an ordinary share. That is the same wording for every single ordinary share. So I'm not going to change that. If I change that, it's going to be bad for me anyway. I mean, it can't be better, you know, because this is the best way anyway. So okay, so Markup Limited statement of capital. Only complete the amount unpaid section when you finish updating the statement of capital. Only complete the amount unpaid. Okay, so currency GBP sterling. Blah blah blah. Total number of shares issued 100. Total number of shares issued. Number of shares. Add new share class to the currency. Add new currency class. Okay, simple enough. I don't have any big structure to consider. Sometimes companies have such a complicated structure that you need a full-time employee to you know, get around it, which is the CFO usually. Oh shit, my connection is shit now. 1 second. What did you say? You said, okay, so what? Just kidding. I'm looking at the comments right now. I do apologize if I, you know, imagine if you did a joke but then slipped. Yeah, man, fuck, that'll be done. Jayoe, bye hard, Jayoe, thank you for coming here. Richie, hey Richie, I actually have been doing exercises every day on this rooftop, and I also made videos about it, and I'm gonna do this after I'm done with my company formation. And it's kind of hot. It's kind of hot in here. And I'm just saying that this is not my CV, but it's like a demonstration of what it can be. It's my product that is basically, imagine you go to a job fair and you say, I don't have a CV, but I have this. And if you want to interview me, you interview me right now, or you give me your email address and we arrange an interview. I will not give you my CV. You only see me like in this. It's like, you know, like computer science degree and my, you know, my skills, blah, blah, blah. Give me a job. That's something like, yeah. Anyway, just kidding. MacBook Laser. What is MacBook Laser? But hey, amsterdamvideo.com. Wir haben dich verloren, John. Dann fühlen wir uns pleite. Okay, so is my connection better? I really need to buy a better plan, honestly, for my mobile phone. I think if I run out of the juice, please come back within 5 minutes. I try my best to be back on again. Just saying, you know, if I'm out, it's not because I want to be out. It's because my connection is bad, and I will try everything to come back.
just please try after 2 or 3 minutes to come back again. Okay, hi Amsterdam video. I said it already, but I still say it again. Oh, thank you for new subscribers. Thank you for Patrick Ho. If you are here, you just subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get this done. What is amount unpaid? Okay, now I go to the amount unpaid. It says total number of shares issued, total aggregate value of shares issued, total aggregate amount unpaid. This is the total value left to be paid to the company for the shares in this currency. Okay, here's the thing. Do I say I didn't pay it yet, or do I say I have already paid? You know, I don't understand this. So limited by shares must complete the statement of share capital as part of the application. The statement of capital must show that each class must be only complete the amount unpaid section when you finished entering. Okay, I did that. The amount entered should be the total value left to be paid to the company for the shares. If no amount is unpaid, then enter 0. Okay. If you have shares in more than one currency, you must enter the total amount of each currency, 0. And next, because I have already paid, and £1. £1. I have to pay myself £1. Okay, let me check the comment section right now. Hey John, hope that you are not doing exercises. Ach, du bist wieder da. Zum Glück war nur eine kurze Pause. Mobile Verbindung können manchmal tückisch sein. Yep. Mobile connections. Okay, so let's do that. Subscriber details. Subscriber are the first shareholders of a limited company. Definition of subscriber. First person of that buys the shares. Full name, company or firm. So the owner of a company can be a person or it can be a company, but it has to be at least one person. At least one person. Okay. So when you do the company, when you start out, it can't just be another company completely. But in Hong Kong, it can be completely another person, another company. So it's kind of, you know, it's different everywhere. So I'm just typing in. Okay, country is Austria. Currency in the class, and you choose the currency. You choose the class of shares that you are going to subscribe to. Number of shares going to be 100%, 100 shares. Amount paid up on each share. Amount paid each share is 0.01. 0.01. 1 second. 0.01. Okay, here I'm running into off to sleep. Okay, see you, Luofu. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this. Okay, so anyone knows because in Austria you say the comma is the delimiter between the decimals and the normal numbers. But in UK, I think it's a dot, but I always exchange them. So can someone tell me which one is which? Because I don't want to make mistake, you know. Like, amount unpaid on each share. Amount unpaid on each share is 0. This should be the amount owes for each share, 0. Authentication, personal information, town of birth, okay, town of birth, above last 3. I'm just entering some security information. That's why I'm quiet now. Because you know, it's public. I can't just tell it to anyone. Anyway, so it will take 1 minute or 2, and I will be done by that time. 1, 2, 3, and here we go. Okay. Okay, my passport number. Okay, so I just subscribed to the shares. Please correct it. What? Okay, Austria. God damn it! I hate these forms. They are so stupid. Building name. Building name. There is no building name. Okay. Address. What? Come on, there is no building name, but it's a required field. Oh, shit. What should I do, man? Like, this is crazy. I don't understand this, man. Oh. What if I do not specified? I'm just typing right now to my girl. Holy shit. Maybe she's here. But she never comments. I wonder why. Come on, not specified. God damn it. So, okay, so here's the thing. How do I do this? Address field, town, Vienna. Forms are boring. And it doesn't work. Okay, so it just deleted my forms. Holy shit, I have to do everything again. Gotta be bleak. Okay, Austria, so that should be fine. Okay, finally. I subscribed to that 100% with address 0.01. 0.01. What's up? Hey, the journey. What's up? Hey, you're back, Dan. Thank you for being back. I'm just right in the middle of doing this. 100 services for this 1,000 for October. Yeah. So look at this. So Amsterdam video. It's like this. It doesn't really matter how many shares. You can divide them into infinite number of like particular, like, you know, 0.011111, you know, 0.001 share. It doesn't matter. It's just a convenience thing, you know. I could have made 1 million shares and then divided, but instead of, so you should never think about transferring the shares. You should always think about making new shares and sell those new shares to other people, because it's cheaper to make new shares and sell it than to transfer your existing shares, because you need to have a company, you need to have a government stamp. You have to pay stamp duty when you transfer, but you don't have to pay anything if you sell new shares. So never ever let other people tell you to pay the stamp duty, because if people do that, usually they take some commission on it.
So always try to sell new shares.
1 second. What did you say? 1 second. I'm just okay. So, hey, I'm back. Are you riding your bike in London?
Actually, so I did ride a bike in London, but right now in Hong Kong, I'm just saying that it's very hard to ride a bike. And I'm right now focusing on doing this business. Once the business is done, the structure is done, I'm gonna go back on my bike. But having said that, you know, if for anyone who is in this video and who is watching this, you know, I've been talking about a girlfriend. So I got a girlfriend just 1 week before I left Japan, and it changed things, you know. So we're talking about what's the, you know, the future about us, and I decided to be with her until April in the mountain area of Japan, which is the Alps of Japan. So we're gonna ski together, and I'm going to make bikeitjohn series because she's a professional French cook, and I'm going to take live videos about her cooking awesome, expensive French food in the Japanese Alps while a lot of people are skiing. So I think it's kind of a nice thing. I won't be able to cycle around that much at that time, but I will be on my bike back again around March or April latest, maybe even earlier, but I can't say for sure. Are you riding on your bike in London? What kind of work background do you have? My work background is like this. I studied in London physics. When I finished, before I finished my master's degree, I dropped out of master's degree. I got my bachelor's. Why did I drop out? Because I had this experience that I was starting making money with my business, Career Harbor, and I helped students to get jobs. I made this software that can apply automatically, and the first client paid me so much money that I couldn't stuff it into my wallet. And I said to myself, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do this shit. And so I was like, I dropped out. So I didn't go to lectures. You know, I missed all the lectures. At the end, my university didn't want to give me my degree, but I convinced them otherwise. So I just convinced them otherwise. Yeah, that's my background. Here we go. So yeah, physics graduate with entrepreneurship skills for 2 years. I survived on my own, made some money, and what else? I worked half a year as a computer programmer for a company in Austria. I worked, yeah man, I miss that too. I miss math. High mobility today, and back to it. So, and my what else? I worked as an insurance broker for 4 months, and I hated it, so I just quit. That's where I am right now. You said okay, so this building is getting okay. See you Amsterdam video. Thank you for joining this live chat for some time. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, man. I work hard for this life, man. It's not easy, man. It's not easy to make a company because there's so much shit happening, especially after Trump, after North Korea, after a financial crisis. Making a business is already very hard. It used to be very easy. Yeah, thank you, man. Okay, let's just get back to it. They just introduced the law to open up, to declare a person with significant control, a PSC. A person with a significant control is a person or relevant legal entity, as a company, for example, who has significant influence or control over the company. 2 years before, there was no such thing, you know? No such thing. Most small companies will have at least one person with significant control. For example, if a subscriber, initial shareholder, me, for example, of the company
holds more than 25% of shares, there will be a PSC of the company. So, does the company have at least one PSC? Yes, the company has one PSC. You must confirm the following statement. There is a registrable person in relation to this company. Submit. Now here's the thing. What prevents you from lying? Obviously, if you lie on that, it's perjury. If they don't ask you for this, you may lie, you may not. You don't tell the truth, nobody knows. So the way they did it is because they want to make you liable to perjury. Persons with significant control. Initial statement of significant control. There is a registrable person. Change the statement. You must provide details of the person with significant control. Select the type of person with significant control of one of the following. Add a person as a PSC, add a relevant legal entity, add a legal person as a PSC, add a person as a PSC. Oh god, this takes a freaking long time. It's like 2 hours now. And I'm so sorry that you have to stay with me so long. I thought it was like 50 minutes I can get it done. Boom, 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 boom. Fuck, 2 hours. And all because of Trump. So, jayoe. Nationality. I have to enter my details all over again. Ah! Fuck! No! You must confirm the following statement. The subscribers confirm that the person named above knows that their details are being supplied as a part of this incorporation. Why would you ever ask that? Fuck. Okay, so let's see. What did you say? Blah, blah, blah. I can. Why set up company in London and not Hong Kong? Okay, Christopher. First of all, hi. Thank you for joining this channel. At least you have a nice view. Yeah, so the reason, Christopher, as I said before, if you want to scroll it back, but you can listen to me now, is London's business you can set up on the internet. And it takes a few minutes. I mean, for me it took 2 hours. But if you're quick, you can set it up within a few minutes. And it's not working here. And the London's law for business is quite good. You know, it's good. It's very transparent, and I know everything about the law that I need to know for companies in London, because I did it 2 years in London. So I have the background. I know like the stuff. You know, obviously things change, but I only have to catch up with the change. That's the reason. Okay, so let's see. Oh my god, I have to do this all over again. This is crazy. It takes so much time. Due to risk of harm, only tick this box if you have an application response exception. Nature of control. Nature of control. Ownership of shares as a person, more than 25%. More than 50%, 75% or more of shares. Ownership of shares as a member of a firm. More than 20. Ownership of shares as a member. Ownership of shares as a person. Ownership of shares as a member of a firm. Has the right to exercise. What the person has the right to exercise or actually exercise significant to the law will continue to confirm that under the law by which it's governed is not illegal, and the member of the firm hold share as a trustee of the trust. Voting rights as a person, blah blah blah. Right to appoint or remove directors and significant influence or control. Right to appoint or remove a majority of the board of directors. choose which of the following rights the person has. The person has the right to appoint or remove the majority of the board of directors of the company, which I can. The person has control over the firm and members of that firm in their capacity as such hold the right to appoint or remove the majority of the board of directors, which I can. The person has control over the trust and trust of that trust. Oh my god, this is so complicated. The person has control over the firm. The person has the right to appoint or remove the majority of the board of directors. The person has control over the trust. Blah blah blah. Hold the right to appoint or remove the majority of the board of directors of the company. Okay, so I think it's the first one. The person has significant control over the company. The person has control over the firm and members of that firm. Okay, so I think I have answered all of that. Okay, Austria 1001. Submit. Oh, it's boring as hell, man. I'm telling you. If I had a secretary, I mean, I think I can hire somebody to do that for like £20, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do that myself. State. Austria. Cannot select city. Oh man, this form is so stupidly done. I can't get through. It says mistake, error, cannot select significant influence or control. If ownership of shares, voting rights, or the right to appoint or remove directors is selected. Okay, so if I do that, I don't care. It's my company. If they inquire, I just say like, sorry, but your form is stupid. Edit, blah blah blah. 70%, 75% more voting. Okay, voting shares, majority of directors. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. So I just passed the stage of PSC, person with significant control. Now I'm going to do the company registers. You can keep your company's registers available for public inspection at your registered office or choose to keep them updated on the public records. You can't elect to keep your register of members or register of persons with significant control updated on the public record using this service. Okay. So you need to keep records of your stuff. Like, I don't know. Like you just have to keep record of your minutes of board of directors, and you have to do it yourself. Either that, or you can use a service of say an accountant on an online provider. Sometimes virtual offices provide that service to store the stuff on their cloud for you. So in this case, it's not that important. It's just a formality thing, you know, it's a transparency thing. So after I formed this company, you can see almost everything about my company online. You can inspect it. It builds trust. If you are the company, if you are a prospective client, you want to pay me, you figure out who I am first, and if my company is in liquidation process or is actually in good standing. You can see that in the particulars of the public record. You can download it. I can give you the link, etc. You know, it just builds trust. So blah blah blah. Change words that will be kept. Register of directors. Register of directors residential address. Registered office. Okay, I'm gonna change that to on the public record. Confirm the company will keep public record.
So why is it? Because you have to do it. You have to do it anyway, and it's not a big deal if you put it on public record. Actually, it builds up trust, and it's easier to manage. So anything that you don't, anything that builds trust, you should put it public. Anything that is sensitive, obviously, put it private. But it's a nice view. Okay, so I changed all to public records, so it's more transparent that way. Please select if the application is made by all the subscribers named in the application agent. All the subscribers. So here's the thing. You can do this now. Later, all of that things might be in blockchain, which means that every company that is formed is irreversible, and it's in a public ledger that runs on almost all computers in the world, which means that there's complete transparency. No company can hide away dirty stuff, you know? It's very hard, it's almost impossible to hide. Blah blah blah, has been compliant, we'll review the acceptance of this, blah blah blah, next. Okay, here we are at the summary, and after the summary everything is fine. If everything is fine, I'm gonna submit it, I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna wait 24 hours, and boom, I've got a company. Oh man, so good. Summary of information, Bush International, Bush Limited, the Hoxtonmix, 8690 Paul Street. So I'm just double checking the address so that I know it's gonna be whatever. So okay. Where am I? Okay, so I can't find this. Why? United Kingdom. What is wrong? Ah, okay. Wall Street. So the hostel is 86 to 90. Third floor, Paul Street, London, EC2A4NE. EC2A4NE. Paxton, Paul Street. Private limited company by shares. Limited by shares. Okay, so SIC code, video production activity, artistic creation, business and domestic software development. Person, director, 25th, okay. Blah, blah, blah. So this, 100 shares, one aggregate on public records. Subscribe to 100 of the shares, plus blah, blah, blah. Memorandum of article. Here's the thing. You need a memorandum of association and a model and the article of association. The memorandum of association is nothing else but the notification for the company's house to register your company. The article of association is the legal contract that binds you to the company and the company to you and you to the rest of it's the legal contract between you and the company only. Now this contract has a model contract which is good enough. You don't need to change it. If you want to have some customer change, you only want to do that if you are already quite big and you have a subsidiary that has a specific purpose. Then you would change it. But I never changed anything. You know, it's waste of time. Waste of time. So you would I would go there. I would see, okay, this is it. I can change my address later if the address is actually wrong. I don't really mind. So next. Next is credit card payment. Credit card payment. PayPal. Okay. The fee for the submission of your company incorporation is £12. It is so cheap, man. And you can pay online.
you can pay with PayPal. It used to be that you can only pay with credit card. It used to be that you can only pay with check, which takes about 1 week. Now you can pay with credit card or MasterCard, credit card, debit card, PayPal, everything. It's crazy, huh? Let's do PayPal, because PayPal is gonna be my business thing. So let's do PayPal. Jeez. I have to send to myself a request for payment on PayPal to pay into my company £1. It's a formality issue. If you don't have that, you can't show that you paid for the shares, which means that at the end of the day, if somebody sues you, they can just say, hey John, where's your proof of the shares? You know, I didn't pay for it, so you don't have it. Let's do pay now. Oh. You have submitted the following company incorporation, confirmation of submission and payment, Barclays payment reference. It will take approximately 2 working days to process your incorporation, and you will receive 1 email to confirm receipt of your submission and another to confirm that it has been accepted. Comments, feedback, are you satisfied with our service? I never click on that. I never click on that. And I will never ask you for feedback anymore because I think it's bothering you. So just, I will indirectly know it. Oh, hi, Read the Tech. Thank you for joining this channel. And you joined at the right time because it's an exciting time. You know why? Because I just formed my business. Literally, it's there. I just paid for it. And I only have to wait 2 working days to get a confirmation. And I'm pretty sure I can get it. So corporation tax info. After you incorporate business, the company, you will need to provide corporate tax information to the HMRC when the company starts any business activity. You can save time by providing this information now. This involves completing just 1 screen, but you can only do this if you already know the date when the company will start its business activity, and your company is not a charity or a member of a group. Which means, alternatively, you can provide this information to the HMRC later. HMRC will be told that your company has been formed. They will write to you shortly to let you know your corporation tax reference. That letter will tell you to provide the required tax information later. Oh God. Supply information right now, because I can't be bothered later to supply the information. It's a hassle. Okay, abbreviated name if applicable. Corporation tax information. The information you enter below in this screen will be passed directly to the HMRC. This is a new service. At the time when I incorporated first, there was no such a service. I have to wait and I have to manually apply for the tax office. Here's the thing. I have to manually tell the tax authority that, please, can you collect my money? It's fucked up. Can you believe that? It's like this. It's like, hey man, I'm gonna take away your money. Hey man, it's okay. I'm gonna give you the details, but I'm gonna come to you and knock on your door tomorrow, But hey, you know what? I can't be bothered. Just give it to my secretary. Think, yeah, okay. Here's my information. Here is everything you can take from me. Here, please take it from me. Fuck. This is the government, The government is doing that to us. Date on which the company's first accounting period is likely to begin. Okay, so HMRC, the company corporation tax, it will not be recorded by Companies House. So the Companies House. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Oh, this feeling. I want to get it out, but I can't get it out. Okay, so you said something. Working and watching at the same time. Okay. Mad ass Chrome. Thank you. Sorry, what business are you trying to do?
I am trying to do a YouTube business featuring blockchain. So I will go around blockchain events and I will live video everything, and people would ideally pay me. I've got some potential clients, but today possibly I will get some more. And I'm just incorporating the business in order to charge the clients. And at the same time though, I will produce videos that is about my traveling, because I will be traveling around anyway. So I will be producing these videos for you to watch for free and to enjoy, you know. Can somebody tell me that when you go on my videos, do you see advertisements? Because right now I'm not getting paid by YouTube. And I think somebody told me that they see advertisements. So it's kind of weird, you know. I don't like that. I want to make it free, you know. Okay, so date on which the company's first accounting period is likely to begin. This screen asks you to enter the date to which the company intends to prepare its accounts. This is the HMRC information only. If you want to change the company's default accounting reference date, you must do this separately with Companies House. So there's Companies House, there's HMRC. HMRC collects the money, the tax. The Companies House registers your company, manages your company's registration. They are separate entities, but they are somehow connected. One can talk to the other, and the other can talk to the one. And it's kind of complicated because your accounting, your accounting reference date is almost arbitrary. You can set it to anything. There are some laws, restrictions on that. How you change it, but it's not that important. The important thing is when you pay your tax. That's the most important thing. You have to plan when you pay the tax, because if you have no cash at the point where the tax guy is going to come and knock on your door and say, I want the tax back, otherwise you go to jail and you can't pay for it, you're out of business, you know. So let's see. I've got some. When do you start your traveling again? I am traveling all the time. So it's not when I start. So for example, if I go to Nagano with my girlfriend and I ski there, I'm still traveling. I still go to Tokyo, Kyoto. I still go to Hiroshima on the weekend. I've got 3 days off. I'm volunteering there, and I'm still traveling. So don't worry about it. I will be traveling, most likely not on a bike because it's winter time. But if I travel on the bike, then if I can travel on the bike, I will travel on the bike. So sorry, when you start your travel, no ad. Okay, thank you, the tag. Thank you for the feedback. You can turn ad on and off in your channel settings. Okay, I will do that. Government loves to take from taxpayers' business while traveling. Sounds good. No ads on your videos. Okay, thank you. So far, no advertisement. Hey John, how old are you? I'm 27. I'm 27. My first business was about 16. I think I started. What did I start? I started this business in Starbucks coffee in Vienna, on Landstraße, Hauptstraße, something. I can remember that Starbucks coffee is still in there. He's still there. He's still there. I convinced my 2 or 3 of my classmates to make a website, and I think we were all together like 10 people. We're quite inefficient, but you know. And one of the classmates is actually now a successful entrepreneur. This guy has a company that is worth more than my company. Fuck. This guy. Check this guy out. He's here. I feel jealous, you know. He used to work for me. Okay, this guy. He's check out his app. You can learn how to code. Johannes Berger. So when I made my first profitable company in London, I hired a guy for an intern. He's called Joysek. And he's from South Korea, and now he's studying at Oxford. I want to go to Oxford, and he used to work for me. What the hell, man? Every guy I touch, they get successful, but you know, not me.
Okay, let's see. Date on which the company's first accounting period is likely to begin. Abbreviated name if applicable. Please provide an acceptable abbreviated name. Date on which the company's first accounting period is likely to begin. By law, HMRC must be told the company is active within 3 months of the company starting its first accounting period. You see, the thing about this is that you want to drag the time as far as possible so you can pay the taxation literally 2 years later, 2 years after you incorporate, which means that you're taking a debt on the government for free for 2 years. If you have to pay taxation that is about £5,000, you basically have taken from the government. No, actually it's weird. The government has taken from you, but you are kind of borrowing back from the government, which belongs to you. It's fucked. Okay, essentially you're borrowing £5,000 on free without interest from the government. It is good to pay tax as little as possible and as far back as possible. So if you can drag the taxation collection as far as you can, you are good. You know, pay only enough. Don't pay more than enough, but don't evade tax because you will get caught. So, you know, pay enough. And people in the tax office are very nice. They are very nice. They are very, very nice. Because you pay them. Okay. So is the company like to? So okay. Date. I give a date. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the 15th of December because I really don't care about taxation right now. Because I'm not gonna make a huge amount of money right at first year. You know, I don't expect that. So 15th of December 2017. That's tomorrow. 15. Actually, let's do it a week later because things might have happened. You know, it might happen that date to which the company intends to prepare its accounts. Is the company likely to make returns on Form CT61, return of income tax on company payments? What? What the hell is that? Please say yes from the drop-down menu. The company will need to deduct income tax and make a return. Is the company likely to make returns on income tax on company payments? What is that? Please select yes from the drop-down menu. This is so complicated. Yeah. Principal place of business addresses. Will the company's principal business address be the same as the registered office address? Yes, of course. Taking over another business. Does the company intend to take over a trade from another business? No. Declaration. I declare that the information I have provided in this registration is accurate and complete to the best of my knowledge. Okay, so the date to which the company intends to prepare its accounts. 1 year later. Always go for 1 year later. It could be maximally 1.5 years, I think. But why would you make it complicated? 20th December 2018. I need to make my return on my taxation bill. You know, when I closed my company, Career Harbor, for my job, which I regret my lifetime, I had about £380 to pay for taxation. You know, shit, you just know now my profits. Anyway, then I called HMRC, the tax collector. Hey, you know, I still have to pay you, and the tax collector said, it's okay, it's fine, don't pay. And I was like, yeah, okay, bye bye. You know, that's why I love London. That's why I love business in UK. That's so fucked up. Oh no, you don't have to pay, it's fine. Submit. Date on which the company's first accounting period is likely to begin is not a valid date. Holy shit! How the? See, that's the thing. I need to provide a valid date, but I don't know the form of the valid date. How do I type it in? There's no hint. Jesus, this is crazy. Stupid forms. The developer who did that, you know, whoever the developer is, please, can you change it? Error, please correct the error below. I declare everything. God, I declare. Come on, give it to me. Confirmation. Once you confirm, you'll be sending who contact you confirm. File another confirmation. File another. Okay. I think that's it. I think I just made it. Let me just check my. Okay, so company's house just sent to me. Your password has been reset. Okay, that's not it. Company's house, thank you for your application to incorporate business company. Macabush, company's house submission number, date of receipt. We will send you an email within 2 working days. And PayPal has already paid out £12. The payment of £12 was successful for the submission of new incorporation. Yeah! I've got a company now! Fuck yeah! Good. Guys, you're gonna see me like doing some crazy stuff now. I'm gonna do 100 sit-ups. I'm gonna fucking do 100 sit-ups, man. Fuck this shit. How many are there? How many? 10? 10 times? Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 times, man. 14, 15, 15, 16. Yo, man. I'm gonna do this. Oh, fuck this shit. Oh, yeah. Whew. Oh. Thank you, man. Thank you guys. I'll do this. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, baby. 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, man. Light the fire. You skipped to like 11? Really? Man. Okay, let's start 20, okay? 80 left. 80, fuck. 21, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, man. I know it's a fucking angle, but 31, 32, 33, 34. What do you say? Blockchain told me on what's going on. Yeah, man. I explained something to you about blockchain while I'm doing this. How many times did I do? How many times? Oh, fuck.
I forgot how many times I did. Okay, 37. 38. 39. 40. Blockchain is called blockchain because the technology has units of block and it is chained together because each block is referring to the previous block, like a snapshot, and each block contains the full ledger of every transaction of everything in the space of the marketplace. Imagine every transaction in the US using the US dollar is completely and utterly transparent. Everyone can see it. And yet at the same time it's anonymous. So if you want to track down, you can prove it on your side. But if you want to keep it anonymous, you have the choice. Not yet. I'm gonna buy today. I'm gonna buy Bitcoin today. I'm gonna buy Ethereum today. Sounds like machine guns background. Oh yeah, it's like people are doing some repair work. This is a fucked up place, man. This is so crazy. It's like, look at this. Oh. How many times? Still 50 to go now. Oh. God damn it. I don't care who says it's a scam or not. I was there, I saw it. I saw how the people bought the stuff. I saw the demand. I saw the supply. I saw the machines. I saw the people who created the Bitcoins. And they're not stupid people, man. And I saw the white paper. I read it all. I read it. I read the technology. I understand about 20% of the technology, not much, but I can code the technology. The code is on GitHub. It's open. The source code for blockchain is open on the public GitHub. You can copy blockchain and Bitcoin source code on your laptop. If you want to learn a little bit about coding, you can format. You can contribute. No bank is gonna do that. No bank. No government is gonna do that, you know? It's like having the source code of Matrix. Having the source code of dollar. You can, any one of you can issue your own currency now. Anyone. It's gonna be the future, man. It's a scam now, but you know what? Airplane was a scam, automobile was a scam, and see how many fucking automobiles are there. 100 years ago, Ford used to say, if you know, like, what did he say, like, about horse and car? He said something about, like, yeah, if you ask me, if you ask another person at that time what they want, they would say, give me a faster horse. This guy invented a new category of things, man. Like, I don't know. Okay, okay. Let me see. Any kind of. Okay, you see that Wi-Fi there? Internet used to not exist about 20 years ago, like less than 20 years ago, you know. And now we're using internet to do this live stream, man. And people used to say, oh, internet is a scam. You know, it's not a scam. Some things are scam, but not this one. you just have to be able to see through all the scam. The true stuff is in there, you know? If I take YouTube videos about that and I get paid, it's a cash cow business. It's not a scam. If I can make sure money. Oh, shit. I forgot how many did I do? Did you count by heart? Did you count? Fuck. Otherwise I'll be doing this forever. Oh, I forgot my count. Fuck. Okay, let's just say 60. Okay, I did 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 69, fuck! 70, yeah! 70, 71, 30 to go. 30 to go, okay. 71, 72. I get bruises on my ass, man. What did you say? Oh man, I don't know. I got this from Japan. I think it's Sanskrit. Can anyone read Sanskrit? I have no idea what that is. It says something about love or something, I don't know. But since I got this, I always had good luck. I don't know why. It's weird. Since I went to Japan, I always had good luck. There are some bad luck, but you know, they're way outweighed by good luck. Just focus on the good luck. You know, sometimes I meet people who are just assholes on the travel, you know. But I just don't focus on them. They will be gone. So they are like really bad. And then I don't focus on them. I focus on good people and they will be gone. You know. Yeah, man. Okay. 25 to go. And then I stopped, and today at 19 o'clock, which is 7 p.m. Hong Kong time, I will be live again for another 2-hour session because there is an event going on downstairs in the Genesis block, which is a co-working space. So it's like last time, but it's gonna be a little bit bigger. So it's kind of, I think, more important even. So I will take the live video chat there. You can write down your questions as comments. You know, just think about your questions and then write down the comments. And maybe you want to buy a Bitcoin and you don't know how to buy Bitcoin. I can tell you how. I can show you how to buy Bitcoin. Actually, I do that in the live stream today. So see you guys. I will be off now. Bye bye. Bye.